What is going on? Please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. We are back. What is going on, man? It is the 14th of March, 2025. Now, I'm just looking for this live stream here to see where it's at. Okay, here we go. We're good now. So, they don't think it's going to happen. I think it's going to happen. I really, really do. I think it's definitely going to happen, whether people like it or not. Right? Whether they like it or not. And this is the reality of it. I mean, Canada becoming the 51st state. And, Justin Trudeau and the installed Mark carbon tax carnage, they failed Canadians, man. Like the same Chrystia Freeland is now wanting to be the transportation minister. She's a failure. Like, nobody seems to understand this. I mean, there's so many reasons why I think Canada should become the 51st state. I'm going to get into it. I'll give you one reason now. Failed leadership, or so-called leadership. That's one. All right? Failed leadership. That'd be Justin Trudeau as he resigned, Chrystia Freeland, and installed Mark carbon tax carnage. Duran, what's going on, man? Yeah, what's going on, fam? So, this is the way I'm looking at it. This is the way I'm looking at it. So I do think this is going to happen, because I definitely don't believe the mainstream media puppets. There's just no way. Okay, but before I was doing some research, so let me pull this up here first. Let's pull this up. So let me see what we got. Hold on. Okay, so let's pull up this thing here. Okay, hold on a second. I was doing some research and there's a thing here. Let's see. Because there was benefits to it, right? Well, let's see. Okay, let's see. I'm looking for right now the video. Oh, here it is right here. So this is by the Medium. Put this up here on the screen. I usually have these articles all queued up, but it's all good. So there you have it. It's right there, man. You know what I'm saying? Right? A thoughtful union. Pros and cons of Canada becoming the 51st state. And there you have the photo. Okay. So the idea of Canada joining the United States as its 51st state is a provocative topic, stirring strong emotions, raising questions about national identity, governance, and shared values. Having lived in both Canada and the United States for many years, I offer a unique perspective of this possibility. So it's a possibility, right? The case for a union, the pros: economic synergy and lower taxes. As a Canadian, I'm for this. I would like lower taxes and economic synergy. I would like this, right? So integration would bring Canada into the larger United States economy, creating opportunities for businesses and individuals. I mean, I like the sound of that. Like, I love the sounds of that actually. Eliminating trade barriers and standardizing policies could result in significant economic growth. I mean, like, what? Like, that's a good thing. Additionally, cutting Canada's high income tax rates, right? Cutting Canada's high income tax rates, common in its current social welfare model, would put more money into people's pockets. Savings could be redirected toward private healthcare solutions, ensuring fairness in services. Stronger defense and security. Becoming part of the United States would give Canada access to the world's most advanced military infrastructure, reducing its own defense burden while enhancing national security. This would be particularly beneficial in a world of increasing geopolitical tensions. Opportunities for innovation. Merging with the United States would expose Canadians to a more competitive environment, fostering innovation and entrepreneurship. A union could incentivize lazy or less motivated individuals to participate more actively in the workforce, as reliance on the current Canadian welfare system would diminish. Expanded global influence. Canada, as a single state within the United States, would gain access to the global clout of the United States. Canadians would find their voices amplified on the international stage, contributing to decisions that shape the world. Harmonized policies and infrastructure. Joining the United States would mean unified infrastructure, trade policies, and streamlined border management, making travel and business operations far more efficient. The concerns, the cons, loss of sovereignty and identity. Canadians don't have an identity. They are now just promoting being patriotic when they had 20 plus years to be patriotic. But because Trump is talking about the 51st state, now they say they should be patriotic. Now they're pulling down the LGBTQ transgenderism flags and logos and putting up proud to be Canadian. But they had 20 years to do this. Again, Canadians don't have an identity. Most don't. Most are sheeple, mindless drones. Tell them what to do, tell them what to think, tell them what to feel, and tell them what to believe. The cons: loss of sovereignty and identity. It says Canada's unique cultural identity, deeply rooted in its values and history, but risks being overshadowed by the United States' influence. Canadians pride themselves on their distinctiveness, and this union could erode the sense of national pride. They don't have national pride. Let me give you Exhibit B. National pride in Canada is down. Hold on, let me pull that up. So there is no right. The idea of Canadians having such high national pride. Oh, they're saying now the national pride is going because they don't want to be annexed. Now they're saying it. Right? It's surging now. Look, I'm looking for other articles. It says Canadian pride is rising, but years ago it never used to be like that. So what are you saying? Again, they had 20 years to be patriotic and love their country. I've always loved my country, Canada. Always loved Canada. But I see the damage that has been done. High housing crisis, high housing affordability, high taxes, all these things, failed leadership. What do you mean, man? All of that is gone. It's evaporated. It's gone. Like, that's just the way it is. Hold on, let me see if I can find this national pride. I don't know. They're always putting up new articles now. Right? Like all these, right? Canadians aren't playing nice thanks to Trump. No. Hold on, let me see. I'm gonna put national pride in Canada down. Let's go. Yeah, here it is right here. Okay, I'm gonna show you. Let me make sure my audio is good. Hold on. Okay, watch this. Okay, you want to see some Jedi mind trick shit? Okay, watch this one. Okay, guys, a year ago, hold on. Oh, how come I can't pull this up? Hold on a second. Right here. Okay, so watch what I'm going to show you. Okay, what does that say? From O Canada to No Canada, national pride has taken a steep decline in recent years, new poll suggests. Canadians' pride and attachment to their country have taken a dive. A new poll from the Angus Reid Institute suggests what's going on. What does the date say? December 13th, 2024. Okay? Now watch this, okay? I'm going to show you how they control the sheep. I'm just going to show you. Watch this shit. This is good. It's the greatest Jedi mind trick I've ever seen. I never seen no shit like this, man. Okay, so we got the date here, right? So so the date is December. So just at the end of last year, patriotism or being patriotic in Canada has taken a dive. December 13th, 2024. Okay, let's read the article. Okay. Remember, Justin Trudeau is the prime minister at this time. He hasn't announced that he's resigning. So at this time, Justin Trudeau is the prime minister. It's still the liberal liars, the liberal democratic liars, right? They're in power, right? Government is not prorogued. So December 13, 2024. Again, from O Canada to No Canada. National pride is taking a steep decline in recent years, new poll suggests. How proud are you to be Canadian? Canadians' pride in our country has taken a dramatic dive in recent years. A new poll from the Angus Reid Institute suggests, accompanying a loss of emotional attachment to this country. It speaks to a question around what does Canada mean? Who is Canada for? Right? This is the president of Angus Reid, okay? Remember, Justin Trudeau is the prime minister. A significant drop in national pride. The survey, which polled more than 4,000 Canadian adults beginning in late November, found just 34% of respondents said they felt very proud to be Canadian. This is why Canada should become the 51st state. Because the same people, the 34%, they're not proud to be Canadian. They just blow with the wind. Whatever the government tells them to feel, think, and believe, that's what they'll do. But again, they don't have national pride, right? So that's nearly 20 points less than 52% who responded the same in 2016. It's an even more stunning 44-point drop from a 1985 survey by marketing research from Environomics, although different methodology may have led to part of the decrease. Okay. Meanwhile, in 1999, 65% of respondents said they felt a deep emotional attachment to Canada and love the country and what it stands for. This fell to 62% in 2016 before plummeting to 49% in 2024. At the same time, the number of people who feel attached to Canada, but only as long as it provides a good standard of living, that has evaporated. That's gone now. Shot up from 19% in 1991 to 31% in 2016, 37% in 2024. Right? These numbers could indicate Canadians feel the country isn't living up to their expectations, especially in the years after the COVID-19 pandemic. You don't have to look very far across the Toronto Star headlines to see that there are issues around stagnant wages, around affordability, around housing. This is a big part of what's being observed in this trend. Again, this is why I believe Canada should become the 51st state. This is why they should annex Canada right now, today. Because that's exactly why. Right? Stagnant wages, affordability around housing. Okay? After that trend, and that trend matters, according to Ramos, because it points to a potential troubles ahead. Potential troubles ahead. Despite recent changes at the federal level, Canada is still a country dependent on immigration. Oh, the poop jeets of the world that come over here and don't assimilate into the country, right? Oh, okay. Whoops. If those living here feel the country is meeting their expectations, it may struggle to attract newcomers. So if you feel that the country's not living up to expectations, wouldn't you want to become the 51st state? Like, I don't understand this argument. Right? Less national pride could also mean regional disconnect and increasing Canadians looking to move elsewhere. So the same people that are looking to move elsewhere and have lost, their national pride, okay, are now saying, what are they saying? Look at this. So this is the new one here today. Watch this one. Hold on. Where is it? Okay, look. Now look what they're saying today. Watch this. March 12, 2025. Canadian pride surges in face of Trump's tariffs, sovereignty threats. March 12, 2025. So now that Trump is saying, hey, you should become the 51st state, and because Trump is in power, now they say, well, no, we're actually prideful of Canada. Again, these guys blow with the wind. You want me to show you again? Take a look at it again. I know you guys can see this. Look at this. This is why I say they should just do it. Get it over and done with, man. Just do it. Like, just seriously do it. So how many months ago was that? So what is it? December to January, January to February. So within 3 months, all of a sudden, now their national pride has rised because of what Trump is saying. Really? In 3 months? This is why I don't believe what they're saying. Like in 3 months, now your pride for Canada has risen. Now you feel more patriotic to be Canadian. You guys is that's why I think they should just do it, because the narrative changes too much here, man. It changes too much. So 3 months ago, you were feeling right. 3 months ago you were going from "Oh Canada" to "No Canada." 3 months ago, this is what the Canadian population sheeple were doing. They were going from "Oh Canada" to "No Canada" 3 months ago, right? I think that was a little bit before the election. So depending on so basically what they're saying is, right, the sheeple, right? They're saying depending on the election outcome of America, either they're going to be more patriotic or less patriotic. But because Donald Trump won, now they want to be more patriotic. But if Donald Trump lost and Kamala was in office, then they would have been from "Oh Canada" to "No Canada." This is crazy. This is how you know they're being controlled. Automatically being controlled. It's just crazy, right? 3 months ago. Like, how does their argument change? Like, how does it change so quickly? 3 months ago, you're like, oh, the housing, this, that, and your pride is down. But because Trump won, and Trump said, hey, you know what? I think Canada should become the 51st state. You say, oh, no. Now I got to be more patriotic. You just blow at the wind, man. Like, I can't take those kind of people serious. I just can't do it. I refuse to do it. Again, look at this. So you guys see it, right? Look. Now, 3 months later, Canadian pride surges. 3 months ago, your Canadian pride didn't surge. But because Trump is talking and he's elected, now your Canadian pride surges. Interesting. Look at this. A new poll suggests Canadians' sense of national pride has surged in the response to United States President Donald Trump's terror threats against the country's sovereignty. Really? Really? Right? So the number of people saying they're proud to be Canadian has jumped from 80% November 2024 to 86% this month. Pride is highest among ages 55 and over. Okay. So these people are like cogs, like complete cogs. So anyway, I don't take them serious. And I do think Canada should become the 51st state just because I see this. right? Whatever the government tells them to feel, that's what they'll feel. And so I give you exhibit B. Trump keeps talking about making Canada the 51st state. Is he serious? Yeah, he's serious. Canadian leaders, they're not leaders, they're failed, I don't know. Anyway, they're just failed politicians. That's what I'm going to call them. So failed politicians have warned Trump means what he says. Right? Failed politicians are warning people Trump means what he says. Donald Trump doubles down on tariffs. Canada only works as a state. President Trump reiterates his desire for Canada to become the 51st state amid the ongoing trade battle, says he's not going to bend on tariffs. Let's play the tape.
Look, we've been ripped off for years, and we're not going to be ripped off anymore. No, I'm not going to bend at all. Aluminum or steel.
Good.
Or cars. We're not going to bend. We've been ripped off as a country for many, many years. We've been subjected to costs that we shouldn't be subjected to. In the case of Canada, we're spending $200 billion a year to subsidize Canada. I love Canada. I love the people of Canada. I have many friends in Canada. The great one, Wayne Gretzky, the great. Hey, how good is Wayne Gretzky? He's the great one. But we have, I know many people from Canada that are good friends of mine. But, the United States can't subsidize a country for $200 billion a year. We don't need their cars. We don't need their energy. We don't need their lumber. We don't need anything that they give. We do it because we want to be helpful, but it comes a point when you just can't do that. You have to run your own country.
Yes.
And to be honest with you, Canada only works as a state. It doesn't. We don't need anything they have. As a state, it would be one of the great states anyway. This would be the most incredible country visually. If you look at a map, they drew.
Yeah, I'm in agreement of this. Let's continue.
An artificial line right through it between Canada and the U.S. Just a straight artificial line. Somebody did it a long time ago, many, many decades ago, and
they did.
Makes no sense.
Makes no sense.
So perfect as a great and cherished state. Keeping "O Canada," the national anthem. I love it. I think it's great.
I'll take it.
Keep it.
I'll take it.
But it'll be for the state, one of our greatest states, maybe our greatest state. But why should we subsidize another country for $200 billion? It costs us $200 billion a year. And again, we don't need their lumber. We don't need their energy. We have more than they do. We don't need anything. We don't need their cars. I'd much rather make the cars here. And there's not a thing that we need. Now, there'll be a little disruption, but it won't be very long. But they need us. We really don't need them.
So again, I'm on the, I'm in agreements of this. I think Canada should become the 51st state. From what I just pulled up, how these people are now being more patriotic because he's speaking. No, I don't believe you. No, you can't get me looped into your lies. You just can't do it. It's not going to work. He goes on and he talks and he says this. Right, and they asked him, it's insane or whatever like that. He wants to collapse the Canadian economy. It's because of these two clowns. Well, it's mostly because of Justin Trudeau. That's what I believe. Justin Trudeau has destroyed Canada. High taxes, high crime, unaffordability of housing. And what did they just do? They installed Mark carbon tax carnage. They just installed them. I'm going to show you something. Watch this one, okay? Hold on. Right? It's a big family. Or what do they say? It's a big club and you ain't in it. Look, I want you guys to understand. Hold on a second. I'm looking for Chrystia Freeland. Chrystia Freeland. Hold on, I'm gonna get to it. Hold on, Chrystia Freeland. Because when they had the trucker protest, Chrystia Freeland, she laughed. When they froze the truckers' bank accounts, she literally laughed. Hold on. I don't know where it's. Oh, well, here. I mean, here it is, but I don't know where the video is. Right? Understand something. Look, Chrystia Freeland laughed as she announced she was freezing Canadians' bank accounts. Trump is right. She truly was talking. Happy to see the evil person finally go, but she didn't go. She's now the transportation minister. Hold on, let's go back up here. Let's go find that. Look, so today, so I want to explain to the audience how evil this woman is. Let's put this up here, okay? Here we go. You want to know how? So under Justin Trudeau, there was a protest, the Freedom Convoy. Under the Freedom, okay, so in the protest, they occupied with their trucks 18-wheelers in Ottawa. They occupied the street corners in Ottawa, right? Protesting the draconian COVID-19 lockdowns. That's what they were protesting, right? Right. You have to get vaccinated to work. They didn't want people going to a playground. All these things under Justin Trudeau's so-called leadership. Okay, so come to find out, people were supporting the truckers, right? And they were donating for their cause. They took their hard-earned money and donated for their cause. Yeah, we support this movement. What did Chrystia Freeland do? With the same smirk on her face that you see on the camera, she laughed because, she giggled and laughed because she's like, oh, no, we're not going to let Canadians support the movements that they want to support. And she shut down those people's bank accounts. She literally shut down those people's bank accounts. What happened for what else with Chrystia Freeland? Well, under Justin Trudeau, just up until recently, she resigned, said she can no longer support Justin Trudeau. A couple months later, Justin Trudeau resigns. Now to come to find out, they have to have this internal Liberal election, right? And so she's running with Carbon Tax Carney, Karina Gowd, and a couple other people, right? That are irrelevant. Come to find out, she loses that race. And now Carbon Tax Carney is going to put her in his cabinet to be the transportation secretary. This woman is completely evil. I wouldn't respect that. Your credibility is trash. Your credibility is trash.
I, Chrystia Freeland, do solemnly and sincerely
You're
promise
the epitome of
that I will
Nazism.
truly and faithfully,
That's what you are.
and to the best of my skill and knowledge,
You
execute
resigned
the
under
powers and
Justin
trusts
Trudeau. You're doing You're doing the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. You resigned under Justin Trudeau. You giggled and laughed when you were announcing freezing bank accounts of Canadian citizens that want to support the movement that they wanted to support. You laughed. Then you say, well, hey, I'm going to run too. I'm running, in this Liberal race for, because Justin Trudeau resigned. So now they're going to install Carbon Tax Carney. And so now you're going to go work under Carbon Tax Carney. Come on, man. This is the most craziest thing I've ever seen. So, ma'am, I would never, trust me, man. I don't even think there's going to be a Canadian election. Let me say this again. I do not think there's going to be a Canadian election come October. That's my prediction too. So there she is today, 3 hours ago, getting sworn in as Minister of Transportation and Internal Trade. So she still wants to go up against Donald Trump. Oh, it's going to be ugly. It's going to be ugly. Going to be ugly. So that's my whole thing. What does this say? Look there. Look. Freedom Convoy produced in Toronto blasted Trudeau Liberals after their use of the Emergencies Act. Yeah, they used the Emergencies Act against the Freedom Convoy was deemed to violate charter rights. Look, so Chrystia Freeland must go, right? They violated Canadians' charter rights. They violated Canadians' rights. And she still wants to work in the government.
How many of you here know what the Emergencies Act that happened in 2020? The people, protesters, trucker protesters,
They lied, Doug.
got their bank accounts frozen for protesting against the government. I know all of you have been watching.
And if you think this is going to go away, it's not. It's going to be more intensified as we get closer to
unconstitutional.
Right? So Trudeau must go. Yeah, he's gone now. It's going to be carbon tax Carney must go. Right? Right? Look, she is now the right. So she was the deputy finance minister of Canada, resigns under Trudeau, runs in the Liberal race, loses, and then the guy that was installed picks her to be the transportation finance. It's just disgusting. It's disgusting. It's one of the most disgusting things I've ever seen in my life. Disgusting things I've ever seen in my life. There's her resignation letter. Disgusting things I've ever seen in my life. So anyway, I digress. That's my whole thing there. What else do we got going on? Oh, she's disgusting. Disgusting human being. No true, like the Liberal, they just lie to your face. Completely lie to you every single day. So again, just because these people that are running the government are not capable of running a lemonade stand, they you know, yeah, they should just annex Canada. Become the 51st state. Let's do it. Okay, so what do we got going on here now? Okay, let's go to the news here. So that's my whole thing. I still think they should do it, and I hope they do it. Oh, look, Diddy shocks the... Okay, so look. Diddy shocks court with dramatic new look as he pleads not guilty to new forced labor allegations. So he's mostly gray hair now. You know how Diddy, you know? So Diddy's mostly gray hair. Crazy, right? So they're saying, you know, there's a measles outbreak. Right? So pay attention to that. Look, Canada's new Prime Minister, Mark Carbon Tax Carney, immediately attacks Trump within seconds of taking office. Okay, and then I gotta pull this thing off of Justin Trudeau. Hold on a second. Let's. Let's see. There was this article here. Oh, here it is right here. Take a look at this. Right? Justin Trudeau bares his teeth in bizarre final farewell videos. Viewers hone in on odd outfit details. Justin Trudeau gave a full-throated defense of Canada during his farewell video as the outgoing Prime Minister was slammed for wearing a bizarre friendship bracelet. 53-year-old statesman who has been separated from his wife since late 2023 also sported his wedding ring in the short farewell clip shared to his social media on Thursday. Trudeau bid his fellow Canadians farewell as he makes way for new installed leader Mark Carbon Tax Carney. I'm so proud of Canadians. I'm proud to have served a country full of people who stand up for what is right, rise to every occasion, always have each other's back when it matters most. Where are those people at? My only ask is that no matter what the world throws at us, you'll always be the same. And then it says, hey, Trudeau, you destroyed Canada. So take your bracelet and just be gone. Why on earth a 53-year-old man still wearing Swiftie friendship bracelets? Still has his friendship bracelet on. So people are paying attention to what's going on up here in Canada. And it just doesn't, it's just not good. It's just not good, man. Yeah, it's just not good. So anyway, it is what it is. Okay, what do we got here? Oh. Look, Gen Z workers reveal ways they're ripping off employers. Gen Z workers reveal ways they're ripping off employers, including massages on the clock and 82-minute lunches. The Z stands for zero work done. Gen Z workers have revealed the many ways they're stealing company time, from beauty treatments to tardiness and working while hungover. That's just women. You mean Gen Z women doing this? Yeah, that's what they're doing. It's Gen Z women. Right? Look at a screen all day. Cogs in a machine. Yeah, it's Gen Z women. Okay, so yeah, so you know, man, I think look, now the Dow surges over 650 points. The chaotic week sparked by Trump tariff war. So now the Dow is up. It's up. Gas prices are down too, which is shocking. Very shocking. Let's see. Yeah, gas prices are down, and I think it's due to Donald J. Trump. That's what I believe. They're not, right? The articles are not going to say, oh, it's because of this. But gas is down, and that's good. That's a little bit of relief. I had this article. I can't remember what it was. Maybe I have to go to my community tab and pull that up on the screen. But gas prices are down. Yeah, right here. Here it is. Right? March 13, 2025. Right? In spite of tariff threats, gas prices are still falling. Oil refineries in the United States get most of their crude oil from Canada after the United States slapped a 10% tariff on Canadian oil. Industry experts predict gasoline prices would rise. So far, that hasn't happened. They lied about that. Gasoline prices are falling with the lowest March gas prices since before the pandemic or something like that. And I think it's because of Donald Trump. And then we got to talk about this thing here. I can't remember. Is that Western Standard? Yeah. Yeah, here it is right here. This is another thing why I think Canada should become the 51st state, because of the corruption. The waste, fraud, and abuse. So Trudeau spent $11 billion on overseas gender programs during tenure. Trudeau promised to balance the budget by 2019. Over the last 10 years, the government of Canada spent around $11.2 billion on overseas gender initiatives. This is why I believe Canada needs its own Doge. Government of Canada spent around $11.2 billion on overseas gender initiatives, focusing on projects directly targeting gender equality and women's empowerment, as outlined in Canada's Feminist International Assistance Policy. Wow. The figure is a conservative estimate, as it primarily includes gender-targeted ad and doesn't account for the full value of gender-integrated projects, which could add billions more if fully calculated. Trudeau announced FIAP in the House of Commons in 2017, emphasizing Canada's commitment to gender equality. We are here today to launch Canada's Feminist International Assistance Policy, a policy that puts women and girls at the center of everything we do and international assistance, because we know that when women and girls thrive, everyone benefits, he said. Putting women above men. Trudeau promised to balance the budget by 2019 during the 2015 election, but instead ran 9 consecutive deficits. The largest was in 2023-2024 with a deficit of $61.9 billion, the highest outside of the COVID-19 period. Annual deficits average around $39 to $48 billion from 2020 to 2025, driven by pandemic spending, infrastructure, and social programs. Federal debt doubled from $693.8 billion in 2015 to an estimated $1.4 trillion by March 2025, according to the Fraser Institute. Per person, debt rose by $14,127, inflation adjusted from 2014 to 15 to 2023 to 2024, with debt servicing costs hitting $53.7 billion in 2024-2025, or $1,301 per person, more than federal GST revenue. So this is what he's done. Again, this is why I think it should become the 51st state. So we got to look at the FIAP. Let's look at that. Right? What do they say? Putting women women ahead and letting men suffer. Here's this policy here. Global Affairs Canada from now on commits 15% of its bilateral international development assistance across in action areas to implement initiatives dedicated to advancing gender equality and improving women and girls' quality of life. Okay, nothing wrong with that. And it will help address sexual and gender-based violence, one of the most pervasive and egregious human rights violations. But they're saying this and didn't do it because there's a lot of homelessness shelters that are full for women. So where do those women go? You know, sounds good on paper, but putting it out there, I don't think so.